Welcome inside the Mingus Gymnasium for tonight's Saturday night wrestling matchup as the Mingus Marauders take on the Cortez Colts. I'm Philip Catafamo, joined by assistant wrestling coach here at Mingus Union High School, Dave Wilbur. Coach Wilbur, welcome onto the show and happy Saturday.
All right, thanks to be here. Or nice to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you, Coach, and we've got a great matchup tonight as the Marauders look to go 4-0 on the season against the Cortez Colts of Phoenix. We've got to preview this matchup before we get started right here on Verde Valley TV. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Balancing your family, finances, and future is a lot of responsibility. Let Jennifer Griffin and her team at State Farm help. Jennifer Griffin is an Arizona native and a Mingus graduate, as well as a third-generation State Farm agent, serving you in the same Main Street location for over 35 years. Jennifer Griffin and her team want to wish the Mingus wrestling team the best of luck this season. Go Marauders! Jennifer Griffin and State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
When you buy a vehicle from Hyundai of Cottonwood, you'll enjoy thousands of trouble-free miles. With America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000 miles, and every new Hyundai comes with complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles. Driving a Hyundai will give you peace of mind. Remember, a better commute starts with a better car. Hyundai of Cottonwood, serving the Verde Valley and Quad Cities.
Welcome back inside the Mingus Gymnasium on the campus of Mingus Union High School for tonight's Saturday night wrestling matches. The Mingus Marauders take on the Cortez Colts. Philip Catafamo alongside assistant wrestling coach here, Dave Wilbur. Coach Wilbur, you guys had a match earlier this week against Thunderbird. It was you and Bob Weir. What did you like in that matchup earlier this week?
Kids brought their aggression, which is good. Sorry,
it's okay.
Going blank.
No, you're fine.
There's definitely a lot more tough matches, so I was glad that the kids overcame the toughness and finished out strong.
Yeah, it's got to be good to get a W against the Phoenix school and Thunderbird, and of course you get another opportunity here against Cortez. What are some of the things you'd like to see the team improve on from Wednesday going into tonight's matchup against Cortez?
I hate going over it, but conditioning.
Okay.
You know, everyone needs extra conditioning, in my opinion, but other than that, you know, a couple tweaks here and there for some of the newbies, and hopefully get them going.
Yeah, very much so. It seems like conditioning is definitely something that's going to be emphasized a lot more this year with kids not only getting back on the wrestling mat, wearing masks. You're going to have to be a lot more conditioned while wearing a mask, and just keeping that mid-game, or excuse me, continuing that regular season conditioning, as we almost had the winter season canceled and then it got reinstated. So, but regardless, here we are, and we're excited for this matchup against Cortez. Coach, how do you feel against the Cortez Colts?
Feel very good.
As you should.
Hopefully it's another repeat like Marcos.
Yeah, Marcos was a dominating victory for this Mingus Marauder wrestling team. Speaking of Wednesday, it was a 47-33 victory for the Marauders to put them 3-0 on the season. They have beaten Marcos Deniza, they've beaten Prescott, they've beaten Thunderbird, and now they look to get their fourth victory on the season against the Cortez Colts, who come to us from the Phoenix, the Maricopa County, or as some people like to refer it up here, the state of Maricopa. But the Cortez Colts coming up here, the school established in 1960, their mascot Calvin the Colt. Their next home match will be against Notre Dame on Wednesday, and we're excited to see what is to come from these Cortez Colts. As for the Mingus Marauders, some good pens last week, a few from one from Brody Townsend, one from Kai Miller, Sergio Vasquez as well had a quick pin, almost one of the quicker ones we've seen so far this season, and of course Tyler Griffin as well, adding to the pin total as well. So a good match all around for the Marauders earlier this week.
Yeah, it was. I was very happy at how Sergio held on and just got it quick and out of the way, so he didn't have to be worrying about his asthma. And
that is true.
you know?
We saw it last weekend, unfortunately, where the match went a little bit too long, and Sergio Vasquez unfortunately suffers from asthma. So you've got the weakened lungs already on top of the mask. But thankfully, Sergio was able to finish the match. I believe he ended up winning that match. And quickly got his inhaler and was okay. And like you said, against Thunderbird, it was a very, very quick pin, one that I'm pretty sure he would love to replicate every time he goes out on the mat this season.
Wouldn't we all?
Yes, very much so. So some quick work from Sergio Vasquez, and of course Kai Miller has been a phenomenal roster piece to this team. He's been wrestling for a long time. He's been wrestling quite well. Brody Townsend as well. Unfortunately, Hunter Robinson is injured. I know that he got a little tweak, so we won't speculate too much, but I know that Hunter will not be wrestling, at least for this match. And as going forward, we'll try to update you there as the season goes along with Hunter's condition. But he did get hurt the last match against Prescott, so I do not think we will see him tonight, which does hurt the team's roster a little bit. Already a smaller roster due to the COVID-19 numbers. I did get a chance to speak with Coach McKean about that on the latest episode of Off the Bench. Go check that out on our YouTube channel. You may be watching our game on this YouTube channel right now. But hey, 3-0 to start the season. Mingus looks to go 4-0 tonight against Cortez, and should be a lot of fun. Going to be relatively quick. Again, due to COVID-19, there's a lot of circumstances that go kind of out of our hands where, you know, some kids don't make weight, or some kids can't make the team, or some kids just, the worry of COVID doesn't want them to play. Regardless, whatever, it's a very reasonable reason to not want to wrestle, but it'll be a pretty fun and exciting match tonight against the Cortez Colts, one the Marauders are definitely excited for and ready to win.
Yeah, we're all definitely excited.
Yeah, so. Very much so. You know, you and I were speaking a little bit before we started. You wrestled here at Mingus, you class of 2010. You've been around Clint McKean for a while. I know that you may not have gotten a chance to wrestle under him, but you know that you're now working with him. You're very familiar with Coach McKean. But you know, from when you were here at Mingus compared to now, what sort of differences have you noticed with the program?
It's a whole different coaching style, definitely. A bunch of the kids that were wrestling when I was there, we didn't have to be, you know, told, hey, go for extra runs. You know, we were already doing it. We had a bunch of kids that were all ranked in top in the nation. So a bunch of kids after that went to college under scholarships and that. So I think we all need to get back to that aggression.
Well, we are going to step away, but we'll stay right here for the national anthem, so don't go anywhere at all. We're going to stay right here just for the national anthem.
Okay. Thank you, Cortez, for joining us today. We're going to please stand and rise for the national anthem.
A fun Saturday evening of wrestling here on the campus of Mingus Union High School. Philip Catafamo joined by the assistant varsity wrestling coach Dave Wilbur, and the Marauders taking on the Cortez Colts. Mingus looking to go 4-0 on the season, and they've got a worthy opponent in these Cortez Colts. It'll be just a few weight classes tonight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in total, but still we are in for some excitement as the Mingus Marauders will get their first victory of the night in the 106 weight class by getting the forfeit win. We'll now move quickly over to 113, and I'll tell you what, if I'll tell you what, Coach, if I was wrestling today, I'm okay with taking the forfeit. It's Saturday.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Everyone wants a day off here and there.
Of course. So now we will get our second forfeit victory for the Mingus Marauders. Of course, as we mentioned in the pregame, a little bit of it's kind of a shame that we're in the state that we are right now, because we don't get to see the full strength of the Cortez Colts, just like we didn't get to see the full strength of the Prescott Badgers due to numbers because of whatever reason may be. But you know, still, regardless, we're out here and we're wrestling.
Yeah.
We'll get victory number 3 here for the Mingus Marauders to start things off. 120 should be our first weight class, and here we go. Excuse me, let me strike that. That was the 113 that just got its forfeit victory. Now we've got
Andy Hayes.
Andrew Hayes. That's right.
He's bumped up.
Oh, okay. I need to make that adjustment on my roster because it still says season 113. So Andrew Hayes wrestling here against Ostrander of Cortez. We'll lift him up here to the takedown. Ooh. Be some near fall points for Ostrander.
Hopefully Andy Hayes can get out here.
Hayes got to get out of this hold.
Yeah.
Got him in that arm hold.
Ooh, double chicken wing.
I was going to ask if there was a technical term for it, and I actually like double chicken wing better than arm hold.
Oh, there he goes.
There we go.
Get a nice fresh start here.
Good job by Hayes to get out of that hold, and we will reset to Mingus on the bottom and Cortez on the top. I thought they were going to go neutral. I was kind of speaking a little too quickly before I saw Mr. Hartman's hand signal here. And Ostrander giving Hayes a real good fight right now.
Yeah. Well, he's given up probably close to 10 pounds.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's got to be tough fighting your first, or excuse me, wrestling in your first match at a higher weight class when you've been wrestling at the lower weight class. I know the season's still relatively young, but lighter, you get less weight on you. I mean, there's got to be a difference.
There definitely is.
Another ankle wrap there. So Hayes will get the point off of the toe grab. An illegal hold is what I believe Mr. Hartman called it.
I didn't quite see it, but I'm assuming it's just how he
I did watch his left foot was pinned underneath, and he was kind of grabbing onto the front of his shoe.
Gotcha.
But you wouldn't have seen it if you weren't looking for it, you know, because it's just so subtle. Hayes trying to get out of that hold, and that'll be the end of the first round. So Hayes will opt to be on top this time against Ostrander of Cortez.
Hopefully he can stop his first move.
We'll see if he can. Mingus currently down in the second round 2-1. As we get the 2 minutes on the clock, we wait for the call from our referee. And here we go. Hayes has not been on top this match yet. This is his first time, and Ostrander almost slipping out of that hold.
Ooh. Oh, he's still up.
Great flexibility on the side of Hayes. Trying to fight out of it. Ostrander's got a hold of that left arm.
Yeah, he's definitely keeping some good pressure on.
Yeah, but Hayes doing a good job of not flipping over to his back, trying to get out of that hold.
Yeah, that's tight.
That is a very good hold. Hayes trying to get out of it. Almost did. He does. That'll be 3 points.
Ooh. It's a weird angle for a kid's knee.
Yeah, very much so. It's almost like watching two snakes coil around each other. I mean, just the flexibility on both sides for Cortez and Mingus.
Yeah.
See Ostrander trying to get Hayes on his back to get that pin. Two seconds left here in round two, and Hayes has lasted. Still down by 8, 9-1 after the second round. He's got one more.
It's 11-1. Sorry.
Oh, is it 11-1?
Yeah, he gave 2 more near fall.
Oh, okay. My fault. Yes, it is 11-1. So we'll get that correction. Yes, they are down by 10.
It is.
So Andy's got a little bit of a hill to climb here, down 10.
Yeah, he's got to be going straight for that pin now.
The only way really he's going to be able to win.
Yeah.
He may have gotten him here. Ostrander now back on top. Hayes trying to keep that shoulder up. He may have got him.
That'll do it. Oh,
there it is. Got the pin. So the first pin of the night goes to Cortez, and they will get 6 points on the board. Kai Miller getting a
forfeit.
A forfeit victory and a quick cheer from his team.
Yeah.
So another win for the Marauders, and now we will have our 132 weight class coming up next. It's a great job from Kai Miller to get the victory.
Yeah, super quick.
Easiest win of the season so far.
Now we have Babcock.
Andy Babcock, the newest addition to the Marauders wrestling lineup. Andy unable to get the victory last time we were here against Prescott. How did he fare against Thunderbird? Did he get a chance to wrestle?
He did. He did get a chance to wrestle. He only gave up by points, which is good. He still fought hard. He definitely improved from Prescott match, which is very good. But we're thinking the couple pounds he was cutting was a little too much, so he's went up in weight.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that. He's now wrestling in the 132, and last week we had him in the 120. But now Babcock on top of Rojas on the side of Cortez. Andy looking for his first pin of the season and his first win of the season. That wasn't by forfeit, of course.
Right.
He did get the forfeit victory against Marcos Deniza to start the year. Rojas now on top. And is flipping around each other.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't gas out.
Yeah, that was the concern last time. You could see that Babcock was getting very tired at the end of his first match last weekend, and he'll adjust his headgear and get his mask put on correctly. Rojas wrestling on the side of Cortez. Babcock gets reestablished here. Four to 2 in our match here in round one against Babcock versus Rojas. 18-6 in the match in total. Rojas trying to get the pin.
Oh.
Babcock able to get out of it. That last call, interlocking hands. And they're going to call it this time. Yeah.
Yeah, they used to, as soon as your hands clasped, they used to call locking hands. Now they give you
did they give you some time to maybe unlet, you know, kind of like a warning essentially?
Oh, yeah, they give you, what do they call it? Like a grace period.
Okay.
Just so it can be quick now, it can be second. Rules change every year.
Of course they do, yeah, no. I mean, I can get that. You do it on accident, and you hear, maybe you get a glimpse of the referee, and you go, "Oh gosh, I forgot about that." You know, in the heat of the battle, you don't really, you're not really thinking.
Right.
Babcock flipped on his back. Rojas now on top. Babcock's got to fight. Just trying to get out of it.
He's almost there.
Almost there.
Yeah, punch that arm through.
Trying to get through. Babcock, maybe about 50%. Almost. Still fighting here is Babcock. He's got 15 seconds left in round one. Can he last? 10 seconds. Coming down to 5, 4, 3. Babcock's got to last, and he will do it.
That's not easy.
That was tough, and we're tied at 5. Great job by Andy Babcock to get saved by the bell.
Yeah.
And Rojas commanding that last half of that first round.
Short and stocky kid there.
Yes, against the more tall and lean Andy Babcock. You can see Rojas almost had a much more of an advantage being, a lot shorter than Babcock. A lot lower, if he goes high, Rojas can easily go low.
Right.
As now Babcock is on top.
There's perks to each size there.
Yeah, there you go.
Andy's got more leverage there.
Now Rojas starting to turn the tables on Babcock.
Still tie score, 7-7.
Here we get those 2 points off the reversal, 7-7 again. 1 minute, 20 seconds left here in round two. Rojas trying to break those arms. Oh, nice.
Don't do that.
You're right, I spoke too soon as that puts him immediately on his back.
Yeah.
And now Rojas right on top of him.
He tried to do
Trying not to get the pin, he got it.
Tried to do the Granby roll with his leg cut.
Rojas able to get the pin, and with that, we will take a break. It is 18-12 in the match as we head into our 170 weight class on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere.
Balancing your family, finances, and future is a lot of responsibility. Let Jennifer Griffin and her team at State Farm help. Jennifer Griffin is an Arizona native and a Mingus graduate, as well as a third-generation State Farm agent, serving you in the same Main Street location for over 35 years. Jennifer Griffin and her team want to wish the Mingus wrestling team the best of luck this season. Go Marauders! Jennifer Griffin and State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
When you buy a vehicle from Hyundai of Cottonwood, you'll enjoy thousands of trouble-free miles. With America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000 miles, and every new Hyundai comes with complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles. Driving a Hyundai will give you peace of mind. Remember, a better commute starts with a better car. Hyundai of Cottonwood, serving the Verde Valley and Quad Cities.
Welcome back inside the Mingus Gymnasium on the campus of Mingus Union High School for tonight's Saturday match as the Mingus Marauders take on the Cortez Colts. Our current score 42-12 in the match. Philip Catafamo alongside assistant wrestling head coach Dave Wilbur. We've got our 170 weight class, Sergio Vasquez on the side of the Marauders and Nayant on the side of Cortez. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. But here we go, our 170 weight class. Few forfeits for the Marauders between 132 and 170. Puts them up 42-12 in round one. Vasquez looking for a quick pin like he had last week. He's got him on his back.
Hopefully he can start controlling this a little more.
Yeah, hopefully. And as I mentioned last week against Thunderbird, a quick pin for Sergio Vasquez, unlike his match against Prescott, which took a little bit longer.
Right.
And Vasquez looking for a quick pin here, but the Cortez wrestler doing a good job of staying on his feet.
Sergio's not even a true 70-pounder.
We don't say that too loud. Trying to go for that pin. Just trying to get that arm down. Vasquez almost there. Marauders looking for their first pin of the night. The first two went to Cortez. Vasquez almost had him.
Well, that's an odd situation.
Yeah, that was a little strange.
Yeah.
Able to go out of bounds. The return to neutral position. .43 seconds remain in our first round of our 170 weight class. We'll have 182 and then 195. Vasquez trying to bring down the Cortez wrestler. Nyant.
There he goes. See if he can get some.
Trying to get him.
We got short time to finish it.
4 seconds left in round one. Can Vasquez do it? Still waiting for it. Oh, just saved by the bell as Cortez will head to round two. A fresh 2 minutes on the clock for Sergio Vasquez in our 170 weight class. So close, Coach. So close. 10-1. Sergio currently ahead. He's going to take a quick pause to
grab his
inhaler. Exactly, get a piece of that inhaler. As we saw it against Prescott, you know, we've talked about the masks to death, but you know, for somebody with asthma, I mean, it's basically you're putting your hand around his mouth and telling him to go wrestle.
Well, you know, during that Prescott match, he had his mouth guard in too.
So
now we figured out that you don't have to wear a mouth guard if you have the mask on.
Okay, so fantastic. Well, because I guess it is somewhat protection of your mouth.
Right.
Okay, great. So that should help Sergio out completely with his air intake.
Should be a little bit more.
A little easier. Well, we're seeing it 10-1 right now from Sergio Vasquez, one of the better wrestlers here at Mingus in the 170 weight class. But we'll see if he can finish it off here in round two as we get things going. Vasquez again trying to get Nyant on his back. He may have got it here. Waiting for their first pin of the night. Will Vasquez be the one to get it? Just got to wait for the call.
If he readjusts a little bit.
See if he puts in those adjustments to get that pin.
And that should just about do it.
Getting there, and there it is. A pin for Sergio Vasquez in our 170 weight class, the first pin for the Mingus Marauders tonight, and we move to 182 with Tyler Griffin. Do want to mention our sponsors for this evening. Gittles High Desert Mechanical, State Farm agent Jennifer Griffin, who is the mother of Tyler Griffin, Hyundai of Cottonwood, and the law office of Shiloh K. Hogard. So not to get too far ahead of us here, but the Marauders will take on Coconino on the road on Wednesday, and then they will be back here next Saturday against Bradshaw Mountain. Two tough matchups in the 4A Grand Canyon region. Coconino, big time match, a big time school with Coach Schmieder at the helm there in Cocoa. There. Yes, he is. Yeah, got a chance to talk with him for the first time on Off the Bench as well.
I used to wrestle his son back in the day.
In the 182 class, that's Martinez for Cortez. Griffin trying to get the pin. Almost there.
Ooh, he's
just
close.
Can't get it. Martinez doing a good job of kicking out as best he can. Griffin almost there for the pin. Got it. 2 pins on both sides for Mingus and Cortez as Tyler Griffin gets the W. Again, I want to say our sponsors real quick here: Gettles High Desert Mechanical, State Farm agent Jennifer Griffin, Hyundai of Cottonwood, and the Law Office of Shiloh K. Hogard. Law Office of Shiloh K. Hogard is the Verde Valley's choice for personal injury cases, representing clients who have been injured in car accidents, defective products, and dog attacks. Been around for 15 years, Coach. The Law Office of Shiloh K. Hogard is a proud sponsor of Mingus Marauder Wrestling. Jace Briseño will get the W in the 195 weight class, but we will have an exhibition at the 195 weight class. So the forfeit has already been awarded to Mingus. They will win this match. They will move to 4-0 on the season. And as I mentioned, after this particular matchup right here, Mingus will focus their attention against the Coconino Panthers and look to get a win against those Coconino Panthers.
That'll be a tough one.
It will be a very tough one. As I mentioned, Coach Schmieder's been around for a long time in the 4A Grand Canyon region and has put together quite a powerhouse in Coconino. But I'll tell you this, when speaking about the rest of the 4A Grand Canyon region, he specifically mentioned Coach McKean and these Mingus Marauders as the future of the domination regarding wrestling in the 4A Grand Canyon region.
Love hearing that one.
You definitely do, for sure. So it'll be it will be Sanchez on the side of Cortez and Jace Briseño for the Mingus Marauders. We saw Jace Briseño this football season.
I'll tell you what, we already see improvement from Wednesday.
Yeah, when speaking with Coach McKean, we were talking obviously about Andy, his first year. He brought up Jace Briseño as Jace wrestled in middle school and has now just kind of coming back to wrestling this season.
Yeah, he's still trying to shake all that rust off. Once he gets back in condition a little bit better.
You got to assume as the season progresses, guys will get into that routine of doing wrestling practice every week and working out a lot more and having wrestling matches. We're hoping that we'll see a little bit less forfeits as we go along and a little bit more wrestling matches like we're getting here. But you got to assume as the season progresses, guys like Jace Briseño, and they'll start to click a little bit again and get things going.
A lot of other teams are going to be seeing that too.
Right, of course. Yeah, it's not just us. 23 seconds left here in round one, 60-18. Mingus is currently ahead, but in this particular match, it's 6-0 Mingus. As Briseño is trying to stay in bounds and get Sanchez on his back. This is an exhibition match, so it will not count. Just practice at this point. What were your thoughts on exhibitions whenever something like this would happen? Have you had to deal with an exhibition before? That'll end round one, by the way.
We didn't. I don't remember doing a whole lot of exhibitions myself, 10 years ago, except for getting some of the JV and freshman kids some matches, extra matches.
Right.
But I think they're good. I mean,
it's just it's game time practice basically. So now we'll get the boys back to the neutral position against Sanchez on the side of Cortez and Jace Briseño on the side of Mingus in our final wrestling match of the night. Mingus will move to 4-0. We'll get a chance to speak with Coach Clint McKean when we get things wrapped up here. Briseño trying to get Sanchez on his back. Grabbing the headgear, so a penalty there on the side of Mingus. Minute 20 left here in round two. Jace Briseño up 8-1 on Sanchez for Cortez. And as mentioned, the Marauders will be on the road to take on Coconino on Wednesday, and then next Saturday will be our next Verde Valley TV broadcast as the Marauders will take on Bradshaw Mountain. As for the Thunderbirds, they will head back home to take on Notre Dame. Briseño able to get out of that one. Sanchez got a good lock on his right leg.
Jace had some good pressure there and broke his grip.
See if he can just get him on his back here and get the pin. Again, it's an exhibition, so it's just practice, but regardless.
It'll be good for his condition.
Yeah, it'd just be good to see a pin anyway. 30 seconds left here in round 2. Briseño still on top, Sanchez on bottom. 18 left here in round 2. 10-2 in the match, 60-18 in total. Mingus currently ahead of Cortez and will walk away with the victory. So the Marauders starting hot 4-0, and as I mentioned at the end of this game, we'll get a chance to talk to Coach McKean and the rest of those 4-0 Marauders. As we end round 2.
You let him get a point. 1 second left.
Dig in him. So just at the buzzer, slipped right in is that point. 10-2 now our score. So here's round 3, a fresh 2 minutes on the clock. Briseño will get some water real quick. You give him 3?
Yeah, 10-3.
Gotcha. 10-3, excuse me. Again, we'll thank our sponsors here, Gettles Hyders and Mechanicals, State Farm, Agent Jennifer Griffin, Hyundai of Cottonwood, and the law office of Shiloh K. Hogard. As I mentioned, Shiloh K. Hogard's been around the Verde Valley for 15 years, proud supporter of Mingus Marauder Sports, represents clients who have been injured by car accidents, defective products, and dog attacks. But here we go, as we pick it up, Jace Briseño looking for the victory here in an exhibition match to end things on this very beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Well, early evening, I should say. Whenever we do Saturday games, I always assume it's the afternoon, even though it's clearly not the afternoon. I'm wearing a watch that says it's about 4 o'clock.
Right.
Or about, I should say, 5:30 now, as Briseño still on top of Sanchez. But just being outside, being here on a Saturday, it just feels like it's noon.
Always.
Yeah. Briseño getting lifted by Sanchez.
Being inside, it's hard to see.
Yeah, it really is. You know, we had a couple of volleyball matinee matchups. As Sanchez now on top, looking for the pin.
His arm's through.
Briseño's just got to get back up. Sanchez almost got him in the pin. He got him. So it will be a pin victory for Sanchez in the exhibition. Will not go towards the scorecard, but great for morale.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yes. And what a great Saturday it was, as the heavyweight class of, or excuse me, this is, this is Avery Hines. Yes, will be a forfeit victory for Mr. Hines, and Mingus will walk away 4-0.
Yeah. Can't.
You can't ask for anything else. Yeah, exactly. So as I mentioned, Mingus will be on the road to take on Coconino on Wednesday. Our next Verde Valley TV broadcast will be Saturday against Bradshaw Mountain. We do have some girls basketball this week as well. The girls basketball team will be on the road to take on Prescott on Tuesday. Then they'll be on the road to take on Bradshaw Mountain on Thursday, and they will be back home here against Coconino on Friday. That, of course, will be right here on Verde Valley TV. They just suffered a loss to Mojave 59-38. So Coach Wilbur, good victory for Mingus, 66-18. You got to be happy with the results for Mingus, and I want to thank you for coming on the broadcast as well. I look forward to speaking with you on Saturday.
Yep, I'll be here.
Yes, you will. And you'll be here for Wednesday's match against Coconino as well, but that'll be on the road. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be joined by the fearless leader of this Marauder wrestling team, the undefeated Mingus Marauders, Coach Clint McKean. Don't go anywhere.
Balancing your family, finances, and future is a lot of responsibility. Let Jennifer Griffin and her team at State Farm help. Jennifer Griffin is an Arizona native and a Mingus graduate, as well as a third-generation State Farm agent, serving you in the same Main Street location for over 35 years. Jennifer Griffin and her team want to wish the Mingus wrestling team the best of luck this season. Go Marauders! Jennifer Griffin and State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettles High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettles High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
When you buy a vehicle from Hyundai of Cottonwood, you'll enjoy thousands of trouble-free miles. With America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000 miles, and every new Hyundai comes with complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles. Driving a Hyundai will give you peace of mind. Remember, a better commute starts with a better car. Hyundai of Cottonwood, serving the Verde Valley and Quad Cities.
Welcome inside the gymnasium here at Mingus Union High School. Philip Katafmo joined by the fearless leader and the now undefeated, or I should say continuingly undefeated, 4-0 Mingus Marauder wrestling team. Guys, great victory today. A 66-18 victory. Coach McKean, how'd you feel the team performed?
You know, we got 5 matches, and a lot of those matches, well, 3 of them were with our newer wrestlers, so we got some good mat time for them. Really happy for Sergio and Tyler, both, you know, seniors coming in here. Getting to wrestle at home is important, even against a small team. So I'm glad they got the pins.
You want to talk a 4-0 team, great community support. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I wanted to say thank you to all of our alumni and to Coach Wolkash, former Mingus wrestling coach, for you know, our new mats. We got 3 new wrestling mats, and we're wrestling on one today. And last spring, they helped us raise $13,000 to purchase these mats, and we really appreciate it. We wanted to recognize them by having an alumni night this season. That obviously can't happen because parents only are allowed. So we just wanted to extend our thank you to them and hope to have that alumni night next year.
Coach McKean, you guys head on the road to take on Coconino. How you boys feeling about the Panthers?
You know, that's going to be the match of the year for us. So, you know, we've been getting ready for it, and we're really excited.
4-0 on the season, looking to go 5-0 on the road against Coconino on Wednesday. They'll be back home next Saturday against Bradshaw Mountain. I'm Philip Katafmo for everybody here and the 4-0 Mingus Marauding Wrestling program. That's going to do it for us here. Have a great rest of your Saturday. We'll see you next week.